DC is better. Yes.
Chris, and
DC.
I'll just say Batman is better. Typically. Not Ben Affleck. Not Ben Affleck Batman.
Batman and what? What are you talking about?
Batman Begins.
Are you
in what way?
Batman Begins, the original Batman, Batman Returns. Should I continue?
You're talking about just Batman.
So?
Batman compared to what?
I mean, the Marvel universe is always the same characters, bruh. It's Captain America, it's Iron Man, it's Thor, it's the same. It's the same characters.
Every comic book series is going to have the same characters.
Okay, so if I say Batman, okay, it is what it is. The Superman movies
What about Superman? What about Aquaman? What about Wonder Woman?
I mean, they're not very popular. They're not very popular. Superman is popular, but they always mess his movies up. I think he's had one good movie in their most recent.
You prefer DC Comics over Marvel Comics? Movies.
But only what I'm not talking volume. I'm not talking character variety. I'm not talking any of those things. If I take my favorite movie from both, it's probably Batman. It's probably Batman over Marvel.
The one with Christian Bale, or just every Batman movie ever?
Christian Bale.
Would Christian Bale be your favorite Dark Knight, or I guess Batman role, since he was the Dark Knight?
I really did like that movie a lot. I also really like the original Batman, and
like the original,
yeah.
where they're running with sound effects.
Yes,
it says "bong," you know that.
No. That's
it was like Adam West.
No, I'm talking about the movie Batman.
Shit, he went back. He's Adam
I'm
West.
talking about Batman.
That's Batman.
Yeah, where Joker had the big long gun, the rifle or whatever it was.
Can we make sure that we have our phones?
The cartoon.
Mel, the movie. You've never seen it.
I probably haven't.
This is why we're having this conversation.
How many Batmans have they had?
They've had a lot, but the original
has like when they hit the sound effects.
No, Mel, no, it's no sound effects like that. You're talking about the TV show.
Was that a TV show?
Yes,
with real people, right?
Yeah, with real people. That's
okay.
like the Wonder Woman show and the Bionic Man. I'm talking about the actual Batman movie.
Who was the Batman?
I don't remember the person's name.
So you know,
it's old.
You know how many Batmans there were?
It's the first one. It's the original.
You keep saying it's the first. I don't know.
It's the first one.
Batman movie.
I mean, clearly,
you know,
with Joker. What did he say? You ever dance in the moonlight with the devil or something? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You say with the Joker, but the Joker is the one with the dude that was in Brokeback.
Yes, I know, but it's the original Joker. You got to consider that this Batman movie was what started it all. You know what I'm saying? It's like
the first Batman movie.
Okay, so the new one's called The Batman. I've actually been looking forward to watching it, but I forgot about it.
The first Batman movie, 1966. How in the world would I know that? 1966.
Go ahead and tell me what came out before you were born.
The first
is that the first movie or is that the TV show?
Batman, also known as Batman the Movie, is a 1966 film adaptation of the popular Batman television series and was the first full-length theatrical adaptation of the DC Comics character. But it says this. Huh?
This is what it looked like.
Was that Michael Keaton?
Yeah, it looks like Michael Keaton.
I don't think. Yeah,
it's 1989.
Yeah, I probably haven't seen that one.
Even the logo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's iconic.
So classic, man. Huh?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
it's dope.
When you saw the Batmobile, then Christmas, they had the Bat belt.
The Bat belt.
The Bat belt.
Get the Bat belt for Christmas. I don't know. You know the funny thing is like I'm not like a super big fan of DC Comics, but when I do watch DC Comics, I typically only ever go for the Batman.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they don't make other
like Superman. Like he's OP, but I don't necessarily, follow the story.
Do you think he is? Because I feel like
is this part of the podcast?
Yes.
I feel like
I'm up here like I'm just chilling. I'm just like
I feel like the biggest problem with Superman is his weakness. Like that's his biggest problem. As soon as they start to have kryptonite rings, it's over. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
You give a kryptonite ring to any other superhero, they're thrashing Batman. I mean Superman. Yeah. So he's OP, but if you have kryptonite, he's
Well, the problem is kryptonite is supposed to be extremely hard to get.
Right.
There's not like this abundance of kryptonite just scattered around Earth.
Right.
And obviously Batman is Batman, right? So it's extremely resourceful. You know, you have Lex Luthor, which is his arch enemy. Of course, he's a billionaire, trillionaire, zillionaire, whatever. He's Jeff Bezos is you know, so he can of course get that money and get a kryptonite ring or suit, whatever. But other than that, you know, you don't have too many other people that can get it.
But isn't that it though? All it takes is one person.
I mean,
With the skill.
and like hit it, and you know, but I mean, obviously, I mean, yes, but I think, I mean, everyone has to have a weakness, and he has to have a big weakness because he's pretty much invincible.
So, but this is my point, right? Like, yes, he's OP.
He, in general, yes.
Especially if he could get to the sun, it's over. He can't. There's nothing you could do. But if you get that kryptonite ring, either he's not going to mess with you at all, or he's going to lose. He cannot win if you're fighting him and you got the kryptonite ring. He can't win. The only option he has is to get away from you and laser you. And if you're another superhero, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Well, this is why he has a team. Also,
Is he faster than the Flash?
Yes, but only when they run.
Okay, so Superman flies.
He could fly. I think he could fly faster than the Flash.
I thought that the Flash was. I thought that this was like we didn't figure this out. Like they never actually figured it out.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If he's faster on the feet than Flash, why is the Flash a character?
Yeah.
So and Flash can go back in time.
I think that the Flash is faster. I mean, I understand that they, you know, whatever. I'm not going off of what the comics are and what is supposed to be what, because I know people are going to be like, oh, you know, like,
In episode 89,
right? But I honestly think that if they're that close, the Flash can go back in time. Never seen Superman do that. We've seen Superman.
He did it once.
He went back in time.
He flew to the outside of the Earth's orbit or whatever, and he flew around the Earth.
Flew around the Earth.
Yeah, I mean, he rewound the Earth.
That's an exaggeration.
Which is like, okay, but Flash, literally, there's shows he's literally running, making rips in time, and then jumping through them.
Right,
Like,
it's a whole different vibe.
yeah, so I mean, me personally, if I'm talking about speed, I'm picking the Flash. You know, and once again, I don't know what the comics say, but if I'm thinking about someone who's fast, I'm going to pick the Flash because also his personality goes and mixes with it also. Mm-hmm. His charismatic personality. Superman doesn't have that charismatic personality, so that's
a stick in the mud.
Yeah, he's just a big, strong, hulky.
But here's the thing about the Flash, though. The Flash technically shouldn't be able to be beat by Superman because he can jump through time and he's so fast and everything. But also, the Flash can't beat Superman either.
Right. I mean,
unless he has a kryptonite ring, then it's over.
I mean,
it's over.
Flash and Superman are just as fast as each other. So, I mean, Superman should definitely be able to beat him. Plus, Flash isn't strong like Superman.
Right. But what I'm saying is, well, you just said the Flash is faster.
Yeah.
So if the Flash is faster and he can jump through time, he can't beat him. Oh. He can't be. I don't think the Flash can kill Superman unless he got that ring.
Oh no! I don't. Oh no! I don't think that at all. I mean, I think in the show he did this thing where he was able to like run, like around or whatever, then jump through time and then punch somebody. Then like, you know, when he was fighting, I think it was Zoom. Like he was able to like get.
That's the TV show.
Yeah, this is the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked that.
CW.
Yeah,
I think Marvel makes better films.
I absolutely.
Well, they have
DC.
a bigger budget.
I think Marvel is better than DC.
They have a bigger budget, but what I'm saying is, and I didn't mean to make a statement that threw you guys. What I'm basically saying is, if I had to choose my favorite movie out of both, it would be probably a Batman movie over Marvel movies. Marvel movies are very hit or miss.
What do you think is the
movies.
best best Marvel superhero? Because Marvel.
So take away Batman, you take away one character out of Marvel. I mean, then what
No,
universe
yeah,
is
then it's
better?
over. Yeah, it's over.
I mean, like you can't
it's-
judge the whole
I am,
universe
yeah.
or the whole,
I am.
off of one character.
Yeah, I am, though.
Because in general, in the whole, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy both. But the DC comics, DC needs to literally just have Marvel make their movies.
I don't.
Could you imagine a Batman movie that was done by Marvel?
No, I wouldn't want that.
I mean, I'm just talking about
Choose a different superhero.
I'm just talking about the way that their budget. Their
Do you remember what they
storyline
did to symbiote Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3? How they had him acting?
Oh, man.
This is the
That
type
was Sony, though.
I don't care.
It's different.
I don't care. It's Marvel. I lump it all together. I'm sorry.
No,
I do.
that's not the same.
I'm sorry. I look at the whole of Marvel, and we talked Marvel
They
versus
bought
DC.
Spider-Man.
I understand.
From Sony. They didn't have him at the time.
I understand all that.
Oh, so what do you mean you can't lump them together then?
Marvel versus DC. Is that what we're not talking about?
Yeah, but you
Okay.
you gotta separate that.
I'm okay.
No, it's Marvel. I get it. It's Marvel is Marvel.
Listen, I think Mel, you probably prefer more animated movies, like more humorous movies. I like less humor, more mystery, and you know what I'm saying. Like I'm biased.
I like Suicide Squad. They make good. They have some decent movies. But it could have been. It could have been
was decent.
It could have been better.
Yeah, I mean it was decent. It wasn't.
It could have been. It just could have been better.
It could have
Like
been better.
it's just.
The characters are the characters.
I mean,
on this.
I personally like a combination of both. I don't prefer a comedy over a theatrical or dramatized film.
You don't lean more.
I don't lean more. I mean, if anything, I'll lean more towards romance and psychological thrillers.
Okay,
Interesting.
but they don't really do that on Marvel and DC. Well, Marvel.
Right.
How did you guys like? How did you feel about the Venom? So the second one.
I like the first one better. The second one was, I don't know. I didn't feel like the storyline was.
You're talking about the second version of the new Venom?
Because I didn't see the one that just came out.
Oh, I didn't see it. The
the
first
one that
Venom
just came out?
Yeah, I didn't see it. The first Venom was good though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first
one.
Oh, okay. Because Mel, I think we had touched on it, but we didn't really have a conversation. So I remember the reason that I liked it so much is because they really showed the relationship between Venom and Eddie and how they would essentially try to find a way to live together, right? You have two. You don't really think about this, even in the comics or even watching the cartoons. They're one, and it's just like I feel like they did a really good job of showing how if me and Mel lived in the same body,
Oh, God.
how we would go back and forth.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Like, and they really and they fight, right? Like physically and emotionally and mentally within the same body, and it's just. But then they realize they need each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's. I found that very. Whoever wrote that one, right? Whoever the writer was, I think that they did a very good job of walking that line and creating that and making it humorous as well as telling a story. There was a nice amount of action. It was absolutely one of my favorite movies of that type. Like,
I don't think it was any different than how the first one was.
really?
Because, I mean, they didn't go super hard with the emotional stuff. It's like, hey, we're different personalities clashing. But in the first one, they literally was, he left his body. He's like, I'm going to save your life. I need you. It was literally like the exact same thing. So there wasn't a big difference between the two.
Did you like the comedy? There was a lot of comedy in the second one.
I like the comedy, but I'm not watching it for the comedy.
Okay.
Like I don't like when they make superhero movies. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it to giggle. It's
Right, agreed,
It's a nice
agreed.
add-on to the film, but I don't need that for any kind of like superhero. I don't need a comic relief.
And they go overboard with
Marvel tends to lean towards the younger generation, so they put a nice little
Yeah, but the thing is, like with Deadpool, it's perfect because that's who the character
That's
is.
his character.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
You know, so like, but when you're in like serious, tense situations and they just want to alleviate that pressure with some kind of comic relief, I'd be like, man, just give us some action or a dope scene, you know, not
right.
just force it to be funny. Like, let it happen naturally if it's supposed to be funny, man, you know.
And let people die and let them get hurt and let them get injured. And like, that's the reason why I lean towards, that's why I said Batman, because that undertone is in basically all their movies.
Yeah, it is. It's not prominent in the DC movies. You know, it'll probably be maybe a couple scenes or maybe things that could be like personally humorous.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they particularly aim. You know what? We're just going to make this particular part a comedy thing. You know, like Ant-Man. I feel like that was good. You know,
I liked
Well,
Ant-Man,
he's
he's a
that's his-
comedian.
Yeah.
He typically like. So Tom Hardy. You don't typically see him in. Comedy type things. So, it's cool.
Mel, you naming a lot of DC. Didn't you just say you don't watch DC movies? You naming all these DC movies. Didn't you? Did I misunderstand?
Only name one.
Ant-Man, Batman.
Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Ant-Man.
I retract my previous statement. Can that be stricken from the record?
Nah, you wrong, cuz you got it on camera. Got him.
No!
Mel doesn't take anything out.
Stricken?
Got him.
No, he does.
I do.
He leaves everything.
No,
he doesn't
take
cry.
I don't. I definitely don't cry. You all after production.
Nah, man.
I mean, I do on my. I mean, okay.
little
On
after
some little
production's
stuff,
okay.
but this is
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, true that. But I mean, Marvel. I prefer Marvel over everything, but I respect like the subtleness and the seriousness of DC films.
Hey, man, I'm saying I'm trying to go see that Batman today.
I was thinking about actually going to see it. You know, we're not going to see it, but to see it. Just because, like, what's the Robert Pattinson dude that played in Twilight? They trying to give him a hard time. You know, they say he doesn't fit it, but I'm hearing good things about it.
Was he Joker? Who did he play?
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, I don't know the character.
He's Batman.
He was the main character of Twilight.
He was like the vampire.
The vampire, the slim, pale.
Yeah.
Oh, so this Batman is because I don't know. I don't.
Ben
really
Affleck
follow.
was the last Batman, wasn't he?
Right.
Yeah, they had to get rid of him.
Yeah, because he just was just I'm Batman.
Yeah, he was
He
bad.
just big
I
and
don't feel like
bulky.
they showed him enough.
No, they showed him enough. He wasn't good.
Did he have his own movie? Because I know he was in like Batman versus Superman,
Right,
And
which
then
was the
he
best
in-
Superman movie that
and then Justice League, but he didn't have his own.
he had the one with Bane.
That wasn't George Clooney. I mean, what's his name?
That was the other
That was
Batman?
Christian Bale.
Which I thought I thought he was good. I thought that Ben Affleck was too big.
Wait a minute.
Like
When did it
like,
come
Batman
out?
is not
Maybe
big.
you're right,
Batman
man.
Yeah, so I don't think he had a standalone movie.
Wow, that's rough.
Well, I mean, it speaks volumes. He wasn't really good. I think he was like a filler or something. I don't know.
Trying to find out who the next.
Right, until the next Batman comes.
Yeah, because Batman was always smaller. He was very athletic. He was agile. He was a martial artist. Ben Affleck ain't all that. That's why
And
they made him
that
this
suit.
big, and they put him in that
Big
that,
armored
the
suit.
armored suit like that. It worked well for him, but that's not Batman.
Well, that's what he needed against Superman, right? So it's like
But they played toward they made the movie and they played towards him. So I honestly don't know anything about this current Batman.
I don't
So
I don't either.
I don't either.
But I heard it was good.
It
And I heard it was long, but it was still good.
It looked good from the trailer from the beginning,
Haven't
but I
even
only
seen
saw
the
some.
trailer.
I only saw like the outfit and his bike. I didn't see
Play the
any.
trailer. Just kidding.
Well, that's
Oh, okay.
that's a copyright strike waiting to happen.
Yeah, just
Waiting to happen.